Who is it? Okay.
Hello, Nigeria. It's another exciting episode of the Issues on Voice of the People TV, where we bring you the most important and pressing issues shaping our nation today. I am your host, Jerry Alpelonhai. Today on the issues, we dissect the critical political development shaping Nigeria's future. The People's Democratic Party, PDP, has zoned its 2027 presidential ticket to the south while retaining the party chairmanship in the north, a move expected to reshape political alliances. Meanwhile, the North Central APC Forum has warned President Bola Tinubu that dropping Vice President Kashim Shettima in 2027 could cost him up to 80% of northern Muslim votes. And in Osun State, legal icon Mike Ozekome has described the withholding of local government funds as highly political, urging the president to learn from his own Lagos experience. Stay tuned after this short break. We'll dig deeper into this topic some more. Don't go away. Welcome back. Let's dive straight into today's discussion. The People's Democratic Party, PDP, has officially zoned its 2027 presidential ticket to the south while retaining the party's chairmanship in the north. The decision was reached during the party's National Executive Council meeting held in Abuja. At the meeting, the NEC also confirmed Umar Damagum as the substantive national chairman. Damagum had been serving in an acting capacity since March 2023 following the suspension of former chairman Senator Iyorchia Ayu, a move later upheld by the court. Before his elevation, Damagum was the PDP's deputy national chairman from the north, and the party's zoning decision is expected to shape political alignment ahead of the 2027 general elections. Meanwhile, today, I'm delighted to be joined by two esteemed guests here in the studio. We have Dr. Peter Anosike. Dr. Anosike is a philosopher, development economist, and best-selling author. He is also an erudite commentator on economy, finance, politics, and power. Great to have you join us.
Thank you for having me.
Always a pleasure. And hopefully, joining us virtually today, we'll be having Comrade Ibuchukwu Ohaboyin Ezike, Executive Director, Civil Liberties Organization, and hopefully he gets to join us as the show progresses. Well, let's start off with Dr. Peter Anosike. Dr. Anosike, I know your thoughts about the PDP, but with this news coming afresh, can we say that anything is going to happen with the PDP? Is there any, let's just look at the zoning of the PDP presidential ticket to the south. What do you think about that move?
For me, these are APC agents. Understand? These are just APC agents. PDP is in carcass. Understand? So for me, nothing is happening in PDP. Zoning it is just that to get Makinde or any other person that to pick it up, that to make it easy for Bondame Tinubu. Because in 2023, Makinde had an agreement with Bondame Tinubu, support me during my presidential election and I'll support you in your governorship. So I don't see Makinde coming out 4 years later that to contend with Tinubu. So for me, this is not going to cause any political realignment.
So you already foreseeing a Makinde picked as a presidential candidate, because let's not forget Ibadan is going to be hosting the national convention in a matter of time. Do you think all this move is calculated towards picking Makinde as the presidential candidate, since it's going to be zoned to the south?
Makinde is the one funding the party as we speak. Understand?
No longer Wike.
No, Makinde is the one funding PDP as we speak. Mind you, their Zamfara convention or whatever Peter Mba of Anambra State, of Enugu State was absent. And he did not send anybody to represent him because he's not interested in their 2027
agenda.
That's agenda. So it's marking that is funding, and that is even why the convention is good. Their list is going to hold in Ibadan because he is the one that is going to fund it. Understand? So for me, it's not going to cause any realignment.
But taking a look at the 2023 election, we must say for a fact that PDP was really close as well, because PDP were the second as far as the result is concerned after the APC. Do you think with this calculation, the ruling party has somehow found a way to make sure that the PDP is not going to be a threat in 2027?
PDP is not going to be a threat in 2027. PDP is already part of APC. I mean, the current PDP now, whether headed by Seyi Makinde or headed by Nyesom Wike, are part and parcel of APC. All of them are working together.
Okay.
Understand? So, and if not the betrayal of Nyesom Wike, there's no way APC would have won in 2023 because it was a Wike that chased P2B out of PDP. Not only that, he also rebelled against the PDP by forming his infamous G5. So this is the main reason why PDP didn't do very well in 2023. Because if Makinde has not worked against the PDP, PDP would have gotten a substantial vote in Oyo State.
And also Rivers State.
Understand me? PDP would have gotten a substantial vote in Rivers State. And even in Benue, Samuel Autumn, the governor of Benue, they did not work for PDP.
So what do you think would have made these forces to realign? Now that it's going to be zoned in the south, which candidate do you think, for instance, the PDP can push forward that will give them the number of votes Atiku gave them in the 2023 election?
They have no candidates. They have no candidates. All these people are people who are going to step down for Bola Tinubu in 2027. Their game is just that to make it easier for Tinubu to win in 2027. So they don't have any candidate with intention of contending with Bola Tinubu.
What about the talk about bringing back Goodluck Jonathan and even coaching Peter Obi to come to the PDP?
Bow the dash.
So you don't believe in such move?
Bow the dash. Absolute nonsense. Seyi Makinde is going to pick that ticket, and he's just going to put up a show, understand, to seem as if a PDP has a candidate, but the sole aim is to make Bola Tinubu win.
So all the talk about keeping okay, let's talk about Damagum as a person. There've been a lot of questions about him leading the party as the national chairman. What do you make of it? Now he's been made substantial chairman.
Damagu is an agent of APC in PDP. Damagu is working with Nyesom Wike. Damagu is working with Ayo Fayoshe and all those people who want Tinubu to win in 2027. Understand? Which action has Tinubu taken? Do you know that Damagu sent a lawyer against Semi Fobra? Are you that's aware of it? Damagu sent a lawyer against a Simi Fobra. So Damagu is an agent of APC in PDP. So for me, all those things are just a waste of time.
Yeah, talking about PDP, where did they get it wrong? Because you just brought the issue of Fubra, and till now, PDP has not really created a stance. Nobody have heard about the court case saying that they were going to sue the government for talking about the state of emergency declared in River State. It seems everybody has accepted it, and things are going back. All of the force, the dragging, the talk, and the state of emergency is happening, and months are going by, and nothing seems to have changed. And it seems like those who wanted the state of emergency have had their way.
That shows you that PDP has compromised. That tells you that PDP has become agent of APC. Those in PDP are now working for APC. That shows, I said it on this program, that the current PDP are taking instructions from Asorok. Understand? They are taking instructions from Asorok. It is what a Nyesom Weekend Asorok to tell them that they do. Understand? So that is why even how many people just once in a while to give impression that they are in opposition, they will come out and criticize the government, thinking that Nigerians are stupid. Understand? So for me, nothing is happening. Nigeria should forget about PDP and move on.
Okay, does that now buttress the point that there was a meeting in Lagos where some members or some caucus were already planning who they were going to zone, where they were going to zone the presidency to, and some fora in the southeast were not happy with that? Can you say that whatever they discussed in Lagos actually played out in what eventually happened in Abuja today?
That's the thing. That is it. So for me, they cannot do anything different. They are following a script that has been written in Asorok. They are following a script that has been written in Asorok. And I said it in a radio program. Even if they hear that PDP have expelled Nyesom Wike, they shouldn't be fooled. It's still part of the game. It is still part of the game to give the impression that PDP is now tough. PDP has bounced back. They cannot fool anybody. They cannot fool anybody. So PDP is now a branch of APC. PDP is now a branch of APC. So they cannot fool anybody. They cannot shock anybody. So it is a written script that they are doing. Understand? Then in November, you will see they will tell you that they have picked Sheyi Makinde, understand, as their presidential candidate. Then Sheyi Makinde will start making a few statements in the afternoon, denying them in the night, and so on and so forth.
So does that mean now that if the zoning is to the south and Damagun is to the north, if there's any calculation that they want to win votes in 2027, are they considering how the north will vote, for instance?
That's their business. Even assuming that they are a serious party, APC during their convention tried to bring justice to the party by bringing somebody from the North Central, understand, to replace the person from the North Central, just to do something that seemed like justice. Then the authentic national chairman of a PDP, Yoja Ayu, was from North Central. he did not complete his tenure. The right thing would have been to bring somebody from the North Central to replace him, just like what the APC did. Understand?
Yeah.
So now they have mandated the people in the North Central. Understand? So what are they going to tell them? Because the APC has already set that precedent. Understand? We are a party that believes in justice. Somebody from North Central should replace somebody from North Central. So what if PDP is confused, and they will continue being confused until 2027 election is over.
What if Wike is being touted as the presidential candidate of the PDP? How would that look like? Because whether you like it or not, Wike still says he's a PDP member.
Wike told you 2 days ago that he will support anybody that's supporting Bonamed Tinubu. Understand me?
What would it look like?
So give him presidential ticket 2 days to the election. He will step down for Bonamed Tinubu.
Okay.
Understand me? He will step down for Bonamed Tinubu. For me, I don't even care whatever happens to PDP at all.
So you're saying that PDP is just going to be the joke in the 2027 election?
They have sold out.
And Nigerians should not take them serious ahead of the elections.
PDP has sold out. So for me, I don't care about them anymore.
All right. Dr. Anosike says PDP has sold out. He doesn't care about whatever they do anymore. And of course, the Ibadan convention is convincing you that it's Makini already. Are they going to announce the convention in Ibadan?
They're saying who pays or the piper dictates the tune. Right now, Makinde is the one paying or the piper. Understand me? So he is the one that is dictating the tune. Already, he has declared his presidential aspiration. Understand? And now, bringing the convention down to his own backyard shows it. You cannot come to Ibadan and claim to be presidential candidate of your party. Why he is there. And he has already expressed his interest.
All right. Talking about... anyway, let's go back to the next conversation, which is rather interesting. Talking about the North Central All Progressive Congress APC Forum has warned President Tinubu against the dropping Vice President Kashim Shettima as his running mate in 2027, stressing that such a move could cost him up to 80% of Northern Muslim votes. The group argued that the Muslim ticket, which secured victory in 2023, remains a winning strategy and should not be abandoned despite pressure from some stakeholders. Responding to calls by groups like the Northern Ethnic Nationality Forum, which argued that the ticket weakened APC's performance in certain northern states in 2023, the forum maintained that Tinubu's achievements and the presence of key Middle Belt Christians in his administration would secure his re-election. He noted that Christians in the strategic positions, including APC National Chairman Professor Netanwe Yelwada and SGF, talking about the Secretary to the Government, George Akume, guaranteed Tinubu's support base in the North Central region. The forum dismissed those pushing for a change as opponents of Tinubu who did not vote for him in 2023 and are unlikely to support him in 2027, even if Shettima is replaced. It urged the president to maintain the current team, insisting that dropping Shettima would be a needless risk orchestrated by those bent on undermining his chances of re-election. Okay, Dr. Anosike, do you agree with this Northern Forum, this guys who says that no need to drop Shettima, the Muslim ticket is still on, stick with your team, no need for changes, you're still going to win?
Well, and for me, no matter whatever, no matter any side that Tinubu goes, he's going to get hot. No matter Shettima remaining in the ticket, he will get hot. removing Shetima, he will get hurt. Because, one, they said that it is the Muslim votes that made the Christians to vote for P2B in 2023. Understand?
Okay.
So, removing, so that's why some people are now saying that Tinubu should go for a Christian. And secretly, they have, because what Nigerians don't know is that all these presidential candidates are conducting a secret polls. That's what most Nigerians don't know. All these presidential candidates are conducting a secret polls. So they have secretly thought of Dogara from Bauchi State, who is a Christian. Bauchi has a minority Christians, very minority Christians, where that the former speaker Yakubu Dogara come from. They have also tried this governor of Taraba State, who is also a Christian. Understand? So what they are looking is who to use it to replace Shetima. And so they have done it, understand? So, and they have also pulled Tinubu and Shetima, understand? Or they are not happy with what they got.
Okay.
That was why he was wooing Kwankwaso. Understand me? That was why he was wooing Kwankwaso. Even had to force Ganduje
out of the party, out of the chairmanship position,
to resign. Understand? And now give him what is not up to a DG. Understand? Because of Kwankwaso, and now Kwankwaso is still proving stubborn. So running with a Shetima will give him a problem. Removing Shetima will still give him a problem.
So you mean it's just like the teeth, the bone in the teeth that you just have to accept or make do with?
Any decision he take is going to give him a problem. But another, mind you, Shetima is from the AMPP party. Understand me? Okay. Shetima is from AMPP. So, and then AMPP members are saying that if they drop Kwankwaso, if they drop Shetima, they will pull out of the coalition. Understand? Because that's the only way they can be compensated. Because or the main people in the coalition was ANC, led by Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Then AMPP, led by Ibrahim Sheka Rao of Kano State. That's and Oboniono.
Okay.
That's an Oboniono then of AMPP, then and CPC. So in 2015, CPC was given the presidential ticket, and the ACN was given the vice presidential ticket. That is what's his name? Yemi Oshibajo.
Yes.
Understand?
Yeah.
So now the big people now is AMPP, who are yet to be compensated. And they are not saying if you remove Shetima, who is our own man, we will fight against you. Understand me? So that's what, no matter any decision that Tinubu makes, he's going to get hurt in 2027.
No matter the decision he makes, it's going to get hurt in 2027. But if that means you're saying that whether he decides eventually to pick a Christian candidate, the Christians who voted against him,
the Muslims would fight against him. AMPP would fight against him.
Okay.
Understand? AMPP will fight against him.
Weighing the number of votes he might get from the Christians and the votes he will get from the Muslims, would he be, because he's already a Muslim, and of course, if he gets those Christian votes who voted for the opposition, some will say Peter Obi, would that not increase his chances? Because now he wanted to get the Kanu vote, which is a it's a block vote, talking about Kanu. And Kwankwaso would not budge.
There's no block vote in Kanu anymore. There's no.
You think Kwankwaso cannot give him
There's no
Kanu
block
vote?
vote in Kanu anymore.
Okay, what happened to those block votes?
Sanusi is there fighting Tinubu.
Fighting Tinubu or fighting Kwankwaso?
Fighting Tinubu.
Ganduje himself.
I said Sanusi.
Sorry, I beg your pardon.
The
Sanusi, the emir of Kanu.
Okay. Because the Tinubu government is supporting Ade Bayero.
And Bayero cannot give Tinubu votes in Kanu?
Sanusi is far more
popular,
influential, far more popular than Ade Bayero. So the vote in Kanu is divided. Understand me? The vote in Kanu is we research on all these things. Understand me? There's no more block vote in Kanu.
So Kwankwaso cannot mobilize a vote for one candidate.
He cannot. He cannot mobilize for Tinubu because Sanusi will not agree.
Okay. Do you think that he can bring Sanusi on his side?
Who?
Tinubu.
Brings Sanusi on his side.
Is there no way they can be a common ground?
Then what happens to Ade?
Since Ade cannot give him anything, is it not best the president aligns to someone who can give him the vote?
All the humiliation that they have heaped on
that was Ganduje's issues with Sanusi. Don't you think now that he has pushed Ganduje aside, he can say, okay, Ganduje is no longer with me, and Sanusi, let's settle our scores. Give me the votes in 2027, and Sanusi, okay, take away the talk about Bayero, and let's start afresh.
It cannot happen.
Don't you think there can be a common ground amongst them?
It cannot happen. It cannot happen. So the three people now. Sanusi is there with his own people. Ganduje is there with his own people, undecided. Then Kwankwaso is also there. So Kanu is shared. Kanu state is shared.
But the way that they gave Kwankwaso all the votes, okay, you think they would just give Kwankwaso all the votes instead of giving it to Tinubu in 2027 if there is a case scenario where, okay, there's an agreement with Sanusi or Ganduje is still pulling his vote?
It depends on the coalition.
You're still talking about the coalition.
It depends on the coalition. Buhari is not there anymore. The most popular politician in the north now is Atiku Abubakar.
Okay. You think Atiku can still pull votes from the north? With Kwankwaso not accepting him, for instance?
He will always pull votes from the north.
From Kano State?
He will always pull votes from the north. Understand?
Okay.
In 2023, Bauchi did not support him. Are you aware of it?
Yes.
Bauchi did not support him. Atiku did well in Castena with Buhari still alive. Now imagine what Atiku will now do that Buhari is no more. Understand?
Do you think he has inherited Buhari's voters?
Because all those people are with him. The Manamis of this world, the edifiers of this world are with him. So 2027 election is still far. Not all this noise that APC is making that it is a done deal. It is still open. Or the march is very, very open.
How sustainable is the APC's reliance on religious-based ticketing as a winning formula? Because they do a lot of these calculations, believing that somehow it will give them the necessary vote. Do you think it was a wrong move from the onset under Tinubu's candidacy in 2023?
Well, Nigeria is a secondary state. Understand? So it is wrong that you have a Muslim ticket, because it will not give the order or the practitioners of the other religion sense of belonging. Understand? But this party that felt that the country is in their pocket. Understand? So that they can do anything and they get away with it. And they were beaten, if not for the manipulation of INEC. Because it is not Nigerian votes that kept Tinubu in Aso Rock. It is the manipulation of INEC.
Not Nigerian votes, manipulation of INEC. Okay, let's take a look at Shettima. Where does Shettima stand in all of this? Because some have said that since the presidency did not debunk clearly that Shettima was going, does it mean that Shettima's position is still trending ahead of 2027? Or all of these situations and scenarios is beginning to give him another room or another way back into the plans of the president ahead of the 2027 election?
Well, assuming that all is well, this North Central APC wouldn't have issued this statement.
Okay, that means there's no smoke without fire.
They have watched what is happening and decided to raise alarm.
Okay.
Assuming that all is well, AMPP in APC wouldn't have issued that statement. Understand? So they are watching the body movement of the presidency and responding accordingly. And I know that Shettima should also have some card up his sleeve. Shettima will also have some card up his sleeve. Understand? You cannot just remove him and he will go and fold his hands. Understand me?
Okay.
And again, North Central is the only Northeast is the only region that has not produced presidency. So removing him and bringing somebody from Northwest, Northeast will rebel. Understand me? Northeast will rebel. So APC is in a fix, a very big fix.
A very big fix. Okay, and they made a case that the SGF is a Christian. The new APC chairman is a Christian. That's enough for the Christians to vote for him.
What is their political weight?
Are you talking about George Akume himself?
George Akume, who knows him outside Benue State? Who knows George Akume outside Benue State? Who knows the current APC national chairman outside Plateau State? He didn't even win his election. Understand me? And was compensated with a ministerial position. So those people who know them outside their own state, what is their political influence? What is their political? So for me, they are inconsequential.
They're not going to change anything.
They are not good.
Would that not sway the Christian votes, for instance? Or
because of what?
Because, okay, now the secretary to the government is a Christian.
That's what I'm asking. What is his political influence? What is political weight? So as a Christian, will you vote for Tinubu because George Akume is a Christian? So it doesn't make any sense at all. Understand me?
So
it does not make any sense at all.
Because that was the argument that the body is actually making, saying that
do you know
appointments.
Do you know what's happening in Benue State now? The speaker that resigned is from George Akume's own faction, and George Akume is not on the same page with the governor. And the governor decided, since the speaker is working with George Akume, the speaker must go. That shows you that George Akume has no political weight in Benue.
Okay, let's go to the next conversation where senior advocate of Nigeria, Mike Ozekome, has faulted the withholding of Osun State local government funds, calling it highly political. He accused the Attorney General of the Federation, Lateef Fagbemi, of partisanship for advising that allocations be released to sacked APC council officials despite their removal being upheld by the court. Ozekome also President Tinubu, Bola Tinubu, to recall his own experience as Lagos governor when the Supreme Court ruled that the federal government could not withhold local government funds, stressing that Osun's duly elected PDP chairman and councillors are entitled to the allocations. He argued that if the AGF gave wrong advice, he misled the presidency. But if he gave proper advice and the president ignored it, then he should resign. The Osun government, meanwhile, maintains that there is no legal or political basis for the continued withholding, citing the February 22 local government elections and the June 13 Court of Appeal judgment that affirmed PDP's victory. It also accused the AGF of acting without presidential approval, warning that the decision punishes grassroots communities rather than politicians. What do you make of withholding allocations to a state due to political reasons? Because if the president also suffered the same fate when he was Lagos State Governor, why now as president you're also doing that to another state, even in your own region, which is the southwest?
That is called the political law of gravity. That's what it's called, political law of gravity. When you condemn something, then when you get into that same position, you begin to do that same thing that you condemned. In 2004, when Tinubu created this 37 LCMDAs, local
council development.
So, because it is not registered, gazetted. What is in the Gazette of Nigeria is 20 local governments. Understand? And that is what it is recognized. And that's what is supposed to be getting allocation. So when Tinubu created this LCMDAs, Obasanjo stopped allocating local government funds to Lagos State. Understand me? So Tinubu went to court. Understand? Tinubu went to court, and in 2004, Supreme Court gave a judgment which stated that federal government has no power to withhold local government allocations. Tinubu celebrated this judgment, called it a triumph of democracy. That was what Tinubu said in 2004. So the same Tinubu that said that thing is now doing that same thing 21 years after. Understand? The same Tinubu who celebrated that judgment that federal government has no right, has no power to withhold the local government funds, is now withholding local government funds. Understand? And that is very, very shameful. That is very, very shameful. What is happening is that they are stifling Osun State of Development. They are stifling Osun State of Development because in 2026 they will say that the governor should point out what he has done. How can he perform while you tied his hand at his back? Understand me? So what Ozekeme said is the truth. What is happening in Osun is not legal. It is political. Understand? But it is the people of Osun State that is suffering this. It is the people of Osun that is suffering this. It is the development in Osun that is being stalled. And the people of Osun should know this. They should know who is suffering them, who their problem is. Adeleke is not their problem, but Tinubu is their problem. That is one thing that they must know, that what Tinubu is doing by withholding that their fund is illegal. It is unconstitutional. He has gone to court based on that and won. And he celebrated that court judgment.
Okay, taking a look at the talk about the AGF, Ozekome made mention of the fact that if the AGF advised the president and he ignored, he should resign. But if he misled the president, does that not warrant just public criticism but possible legal or ethical sanctions against him?
No, the AGF is in charge of the judiciary in the country. He is the Attorney General of the Federation and also a Minister of Justice. Understand? So he is at the apogee, at the apex of judiciary in the country. But these people, when things happen, they lose their professionalism and begin to take a side. So what AGF is doing now is playing politics. That is what AGF is doing now, playing politics. He's no more doing his job as the Attorney General of the Federation, whose responsibility it is to be advising the president on the legality of his actions. Understand me? He's dancing to the tune of the presidency. That instead of advising the president. So that's what is happening as we speak.
So if the Attorney General is supposed to advise the president on legal matters and implications is not being listened to, what does that make of the country? Because we all remember how he somehow defended the state of emergency, and with what is happening in Osun State,
it is shameful on his part. It is very, very shameful on his part. And tomorrow, these people will come out of office and begin to sermonize. Understand me? Begin to teach us ethics. Understand me? So, and even Tinubu self don't need any advice because he has passed through this.
I understand. He should understand better.
He has been through this. He has seen it. Understand me? He has seen it. He has celebrated it. So he doesn't need any advice. Understand me? But it is shameful that this should be happening to somebody who has celebrated this kind of a thing should go back and begin to do that same thing.
Well, what is now the fault of the electorate, for instance, who voted against the ruling party at the center? Now the grassroots are feeling the brunt, because does that mean that if a particular region or a state does not vote in the local government elections for the ruling party, they will not get funds? Is this not setting the dangerous precedent?
Well, I have said it earlier that democracy died in Nigeria on March 18th, 2025. That was the day that democracy died in Nigeria. So what we are practicing now is not democracy but autocracy. That's why I'm calling on Nigerians to come out for a democratic rebellion. Understand me? Registration of a voter's card is on now, so everybody should go and register.
Okay.
And on 2027, go and exercise their franchise.
All right. Okay. Talking about voter education, coming from Dr. Peter Nosike, playing his role as a patriotic Nigerian.
Sure, they should go out and get their voter's card. Even with this one now, you don't need to go out. You can get it in your bedroom. You can get your voter's card in your bedroom. If you have voted before and you got and your vote missed, you can through them online. They will get it for you. Understand me? If you want a replacement, you can do that online. If you want a transfer, you can do that online. The only people who need to go to the local government are those for biometrics. That's facials and fingerprints.
All right.
Understand? That's those who have not registered before.
All right.
Or those who just turned 18. It is only them that need to go to the local government. For others, they can sit in their comfort of their home and get their voter's card.
All right.
So it has been made easier.
All right, maybe we'll partner with Dr. Anosike, maybe have a package for voter education so that we can fly that subsequently ahead of those who want to get themselves registered. But that's how we wrap it up today. Thank you very much, Dr. Anosike, flying solo, and of course being our voter educationist on the show. It's lovely, interesting day. All right, as the road to 2027 gathers momentum, these developments highlight the struggle for power, strategy, and justice across Nigeria's political landscape, from party zoning arrangements to the future of the Muslim ticket and the constitutional battle over local government funds. The questions remain: who benefits, who loses, and what does this mean for democracy? This is the issues where Nigerians' most pressing political realities are put under the microscope. I am Jerry Apeliohai. This has been the Issues of Voice of the People television, where the future faces forward. Have a good one.